Hello, ladies, part 2. We're going down here inside of the group. I just got a phone call from my incredible husband and it just knocked me out. And so sometimes the audio will get disrupted. This time it kicked me fully out of the live stream. And I'm like, I was just getting heated here. We were going on a tangent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of time before I dive back in, because things are getting hot. But ladies, what we're talking about right now, for those of you guys who are tuning in, is the idea that your body is your friend. And it's very, very hard to see this sometimes. But when we build a relationship with our body, even when it's not in its best state, we allow ourselves to go so much further. So I see we got one person viewing. Let me know that you're here. If you guys don't mind commenting so I can see that not only are you here, 1, 2, 3, yes, Kim is here. If you don't mind sharing a comment so I can also know if this live stream is going to allow me to see comments. Did you guys feel it? Because we were going on fire there for a second. Amelia's here. Hi. Let me see. Let me see if I can see your comments. You can just type hey or what's up or part 2. Part 2 would be fun. Guys, we were getting hot and heavy there for a second. When the live stream canceled, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but there's like a moment where I'm like, whoa. Like I snap back into reality. I think people who are speakers notice that. Okay, we got ladies coming through. Let me know if your comments, okay, so I can't see your comments right now on the TV. What are we doing here, Sammy? All right, I can see it on my computer though, perfect. All right, ladies. All right, so what we were saying was, and Lindy, let me read this really quick. You said, I left the RV park for the first time in a couple of months. I was in the car and didn't have a panic event. And that night we celebrated. Your family came in and celebrated with you. John got me flowers and treats and we just danced together. Oh God, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Hold on a second. I felt so much joy. I cried because I haven't felt so much joy in a long time. I felt like I finally have breakthrough. I just want to celebrate that with you, Lindy. That's big. This is what it looks like to build your world. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. My video was stuttering, but I thought it was my internet. Can you guys let me know if the internet's okay? Let me see, my internet here is getting a little funky, so let me see if I can. Now let me know if you can hear me still. Before we get started, Lindy, I'm so happy for you, and I want you to hear that I'm happy for you before we get started, Lindy. All right, so I think we're good. Just confirm if you will. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kim. Ladies, this is what the work looks like. One brick at a time, actions build worlds. Lindy, if you didn't walk out of the RV park, if you didn't drive away, if you didn't do it, you would have never known that panic attacks outside are not possible, or are possible. I went out for a bit. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Cambria. So guys, this is healthy feminine leadership. It's not rescuing people who can't help themselves, at least not at first. We have to go in and structure ourselves. We've got to build ourselves in a way that we can stand up tall. And what we're talking about right now is how your body plays into this. Your body plays into this. There's a lot of areas that you can be healthy. There's a lot of areas, but my favorite place to teach from is from our physical body. Because with money, with men, with our boss, with work, like technically we can step away from that. Technically, I can just shut my phone down. Technically, if I got haters in the comments, I can cancel out of social media. Technically, if I don't want to talk to Patrick, I can go in another room, even though I love talking to him. Technically, most things in life, we could just push away and take some time away, catch ourselves, and then move on. But our body feels different. To me, our body feels different because we carry that everywhere we go. I can't get out of this thing. Like I'm trapped. So if I'm in here, and this is an important thing for me to build a relationship, in order for me to meet healthier relationships and have a stronger business, I got to do something about that. And so what I want to say is that in order for us to start the process of building a very healthy relationship with your body, I want you to remember your body is your friend. Physiologically, it is impossible that your body's trying to take you out. It's not trying to take you out. It's trying to defend the fortress that it is. And so what your body does is it becomes so loyal to your beliefs because it follows your cues that it will do anything that you think. Anything that you think, it's going to pursue as if you said, let's go. And so we want to be sensitive to ourselves as leaders because what we think and what we feel end up creating sensations in our body. If I were to think about, oh God, I can't even say it. You guys are about to find something out about me. I'm going to say it and be bold for this live, but this is how uncomfortable it gets me. Ugh. All right. My number one fear before drowning, before death, before everything. A cockroach. It is so hard for me to say that word. It is embarrassing. That thing could be on the other side of this room right now. I am thinking about it and I am starting to sweat. I'm getting anxious. I am like, it's the way they move. It's their unpredictability. They don't stay on the floor. They can go up. I've heard they fly. I don't know what it is, but when I just think about that, my heart rate rises. My eyes dilate. I'm starting to like sweat. I'm getting, Amelia, I'm gonna have to leave you, and I'm gonna have to leave you where you are, girl. I don't think I can come visit you. I'm sorry. I'll Skype you or something. I can't. I've wondered how am I gonna travel to other countries knowing that they exist there, like much more comfortably, and they're here. They are here. So I could think about this bug. And I feel my body producing as if I am being choked out, as if I'm being strangulated. They might as well all be over me. I can create that sensation by the one thought. Ooh, you come to visit one day. She's like, you're coming. All right, fine, I'll come. But like, can we like spray the place down first, right? Like what I'm saying here is with one thought, one object, one thing I do not have a good relationship with, I can create an entire body situation. And if I wanted to, I could trigger into a panic attack. I'm not joking you, but I'm somewhat socially aware, so I'm trying not to. So with that, what I mean is, ladies, what we put our attention on really can produce the chemical cocktails that our body experiences. Now, because your body loves you so much, it's like, oh, she doesn't like that, go. And what go looks like is heart rate rising, perspiring starting, quick breath, adrenaline, dopamine, rush, hormonals, adrenal, cortisol, all of your body's responses to trigger to the word go. Your body will say, all right, let's go. It doesn't know why, it doesn't know when you're gonna stop, but it'll keep going. But that's how much it loves you. Now, if you consistently focus on things, please do, just help me, Ada. Help me with my root. All right, so I just like, your body is it. Your body's it. If you say go, it's like, hey, we got the backpack, we've got the canned food, like we're out of here. Where do you want to go? But when we live a life where we're constantly in go, your body's like, you sure you want to keep going? Because I'll keep going. And what happens is we end up producing stress response for decades. For decades, for decades, for decades. Now, the problem with stress is that this is the number one killer. It's the killer of our physiology, but it's also the killer of our dreams. When we allow ourselves when we allow ourselves to live in a constant place where we're running, our body's going to do its best to keep up. But like any well-oiled machine, if we don't do maintenance, if we don't do recovery, if we don't strengthen, if we don't address the original problem, then our body's going to stay in this state. And this is where diseases produce. Now, I want you to hear my heart when I say diseases produce. It's not that they magically appear. But what happens is if you understood the pathological pathways of disease, it would make sense to you as to why diabetes sets in, heart disease sets in, sugar cravings set in, weight loss is inhibited, exhaustion happens, mental brain fog comes in. I could describe down to the cell why when a cortisol hormone drops in and it produces and it connects in with your mind, why it creates a brain fog. It is a physical process in how our body is designed. The purpose of why these things happen is to service you when you're in a short-term boost of stress. You don't want to be overthinking when you're running from a tiger, you just go. But if you're constantly fogged out, what does that do for your long-term 10-year plan for your business? How does a fast heart rate allow you to connect intimately and deeply with your spouse? How does this play into your patience? How does this play into your long-term health goals? Fat metabolism slows down because fat only metabolizes at low heartbeats. When your heart rate is low, fat's like, oh, we can break down now. But it's our stress response, it's the thoughts we're thinking, it's the things we're focusing on, it's the lifestyle choices we're making that contribute greatly to what we experience as leaders. The reason I feel it's so important to link this awareness together is because, one, it releases you and your body. You get to say, you know what? It's not fully my body. It's not that my body hates me. It's that I'm not aware of my body's processes. But secondly, what it does is it opens up this opportunity for the creative in you, the leader in you, the woman that stands up, steps up, takes charge and says, you know what? No more. I know what I want. And I go after what I want because I get what I want, because actions build worlds. I'm going to take aligned action for me, for my desires, for my mind, for my heart, for my family, for my world, for my vision, for my future. I'm going to take action in alignment to the vision. And what that looks like is everything you've seen on the internet. Eat an apple a day because it takes the doctors away. Do 3 to 5 bouts of cardio. Go to bed on time. Shut off your phone, your screen before bed. All of the recommended advice out there is out there to help facilitate this one truth, which is we've got to reduce our stress response. However, when it's given to us, it's like you need to do it because what you're doing isn't enough. Your body is about to get you. You're going to die. You're going to stay overweight for life. You're going to keep this disease forever. You need to go do this now. Boo, boo, scare. And it turns into this like really obligatory relationship with having to take care of a body that you don't like and forcing it to do something that you didn't decide to do for yourself. Ladies, this is where health becomes so unhealthy. It's because when we step into building a relationship to create better health, we opt into the health journey, which I call a very emotional journey. When we step up and we finally say yes, most of the time when we say yes, we're coming from a place of, I hope this works because I don't want this feeling anymore. What I want to invite you in today is to say health gets to be a teacher for you. And this really speaks to my clients who are in leadership positions, because most people I talk to, you guys are very, very wired in the personal development world. You love personal development. You love to get smarter. You love to get faster. You love to get richer. You love to get more love. You love to give. You love to serve. You love to do. You love to do. You love to do, all in the name of things getting better. And I know in my heart that's what you mean when you try to start your exercise plan. But we want to make sure that you're actually coming from that place. It's a feeling where you're saying, I'm opting into running because ... I'm choosing to go in the direction of the keto diet because ... Most people's answer when they say that is because I saw my sister lost weight from it. Most people will say, I'm going to eat keto because I saw a Facebook group where everybody was really lean and I'm sick of this body. I want to get that already. They did it in 23 days. I'm going to do it in 23 days. What's so powerful about health, ladies, is that every health practice, everything, whether you want to go on a plant-based diet, whether you want to fast, whether you want to run, whether you want to do yoga, whether you want to strength train your core, strength train your legs, strength train your upper back, whatever it is that you're navigating, I can point you to what skill you're most likely developing in your character. When you commit to long-term running, long-distance running, you have to be a certain woman to complete that endeavor. Running 26 miles, that's not easy. Running 3 miles, that's not easy. What keeps you coming back every day when it starts to hurt, when it starts to get uncomfortable, when the weather's cold? What keeps you coming back? Inside of running, there's a lesson for you. There's a lesson because exercise, health, is a teacher. How often do you stop before you fully go the distance? How often do you start, but you don't ever cross the finish line? How often do you push through no matter what the conditions and say, I know where I'm going and I'm going to make it no matter how I feel? Running is a teacher for that. Running is a space where you encounter yourself. And in order to say, you know what, I finally ran the 3 miles, I finally did it. You will not believe it, but I did it. In order to be that woman, you can't be the version of you that you are right now. This is my favorite part about health, ladies. This is why I can't stop, won't stop. It's because our bodies are the most fascinating thing you will ever learn. But who it takes to develop that body, the books can't talk to you about that. This is where it gets customized. This is where it gets personal. This is where it's, what do you need? Why is it that you were a runner 3 years ago and you just can't seem to bring yourself to do that right now? What if you're supposed to use another modality because in this season in your life, you're meant to evolve a different part of yourself? These are the questions that no one talks about when it comes to fitness. This is the same thing with nutrition. Why are you so resistant to rest? If we can identify the benefits of each activity, and we saw it past just, gotta check the box, but we saw it as, I get to be a whole nother version of me. And when I can learn to run long distance, that means I can run the distance of being an entrepreneur. I can follow through on my vision no matter how far I have to go. It changes the game. It's another tool. It's another skill. Health is a skill. But we have to be willing to embark on the journey and operate as explorers. What can I learn about myself here? What does a 3-day fast really look like for me? I have a really hard time saying no to myself. I have a really hard time to say no to myself. Like I need to build that part of myself up. What about a non-restrictive diet? I have a hard time letting myself have what it is that I want. I have a really hard time letting myself just enjoy the deliciousness of everything that's around me. When we look at health as a way to curate our character and we ask ourselves, what season are you operating in next? We get to hand select a fitness plan, a nutrition plan for you and say, hey, if you want to become the woman that can carry so much more than what you're already carrying, strength training is for you. It's going to expand your mind. It's going to stretch you. It's going to grow you. You're going to feel the strength in your bones. You're going to feel like your body is stronger. And you're going to notice how a stronger body allows you to do more, carry more, support more, have more patience, reach for more. What if you approached fitness as an opportunity to learn about you? Ladies, I want to hear what you think. And what does this speak to you? What does this bring up for you? Does this ignite something new? Can you hear what I mean when I say health is a teacher? And let me know your perspective. And have you ever seen fitness this way before? If you have, I would love to hear, when did you, let's use working out. When did you work out last? And you're like, oh, you had an epiphany. You were like, I never thought about that. Like, that's the answer I've been looking for. Or, oh my God, I finished the 3 miles. I can't believe I did it. I feel like anything is possible now. I'd love to either hear what does this whole conversation bring up for you, or what stories do you have where you were like, I've experienced this transformation before. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because ladies, once we can identify what is next for your character, you're not going to be working out 3 times a week just because you have to, because your doctor told you to. You get to work out 3 times a week because you have 3 times a week where you're going to refine and sharpen the essence of who you already are. Make you unshakable, resilient, tough, and with endurance, long-standing, foreboding, fully free to be you. What does this bring up for you? I'd love to hear. Do I need to put this bug in the relationship quadrant? Because I do have a very poor relationship with it. Like, maybe they just go together. We can just let them both float away from us together. Ada, oh my gosh. Lindy says, so yoga really will help with fat loss. So Lindy, I'm going to go into my exercise physiology. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a master's degree in exercise physiology. So when I say I love how the body works, I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot with the body. So when I see what the body is doing, it's pathways, it's processes, it's pathways and processes for me. So when it comes to yoga, and I used to be a yoga instructor for years, so I love yoga. Here's how yoga can help with fat loss. What the internet will tell you is that you need to run long distances. What the internet will tell you is that you also need to strength train. Both of those are true. But if you were to ask me anything in fitness, I'm always like, it depends. I'm not giving you an answer based on what works, because technically everything can work. Are there some things that work more efficiently than others? Absolutely. But it also depends on where you're coming from. When I speak about what's going to work for you, I'm thinking long term. It's not that if you do yoga forever, you're going to lose a bunch of weight. But what if it helped you lose the first 30 pounds? If let's say you've got 30 more pounds to go, you don't know who you are 30 pounds lighter. The version of ourselves that's further down the road, that's 30 pounds lighter, is going to probably want to start engaging in something stronger. But we can't make that decision for you until you get there. So we've got to get there first, right? So does yoga help with fat loss? Absolutely. Because 1, it gets you on the exercise train. It gets you started. It gets you moving. And from the perspective of like the high heart rate, low heart rate thing that I was sharing before, yoga is a great way to burn fat while you're working out. Now, the reason strength training and running have longer term effects, you end up seeing better fat loss results with those two, is that because of how the metabolic systems work, they have longer term effects outside of the actual event of running and strength training. So I can break that down for you guys someday if you want. But what I mean is yoga is great for fat loss while you're doing yoga. It doesn't have a residual effect after you're done. Strength training has the most, cardio has the second most. You're going to be burning calories long after you're done. And so that's where the fat burning effect happens. And that's where you're going to, because you're at low heart rates after you're done working out, if that makes sense. So, what I'm looking for as your coach, if I'm your coach, I'm going to say, let's start there. Because if Lindy's not moving now and yoga's getting Lindy to move, I need her to have a good relationship with moving. That's a must for fat loss. That's a must for fat loss. It's a must for lifestyle. It's a must for her leadership. She's going to feel alive. She's going to feel free. She's going to feel loose. She's not going to be reminded, because she can't escape her body. She's not going to be constantly reminded how much pain she's in. Her body's going to now echo back to her, because it is her best friend, that we're strong, we're mobile, we're fit, we do move, we move regularly, you are. Your body will start speaking back to you what you put into it, because your body loves you so much, it'll echo your thoughts. So from a long-term plan, yoga is going to help you lose weight. And how much weight while you're in the process, it's going to depend on the style of yoga. It's going to depend on what you do exercise or outside of the movement sessions, what you're eating, how you're sleeping. But I know a lot of people who find a lot of mental peace in yoga. If you find a really great teacher, they're going to speak some type of life into you. You're going to have new perspectives. You're going to see the world a different way, the same way you guys are catching new visions here. You're going to start opening up to seeing yourself differently. And at this place, now you're a more elevated leader. When you're more in motion as a leader, whatever is keeping you in this current body weight, it's going to start breaking off of you, because body weight tends to be a stagnation of belief in self. Body weight, and we'll talk about this soon, body weight is a way to guard ourselves away from the world. And so when we're hiding, but we have big vision, we're like, I want to come out of hiding because I want to see the world differently. So yoga is fantastic for that, because it's a great place to steward and facilitate our mindsets. Yolanda, hello. You end up getting to see so much more. So if we're looking at long game, yoga is great. Even if you did yoga for a year, 2 years, who would you be for that? There's so much to learn in yoga. You could do handstands and back bends and become pain-free and mobile and loose. Who is the Lindy that can dream when she has all of those ailments alleviated? This is how we want to think about fitness. This is how it gets to teach you. So that's my long-winded answer to your very simple question. Can't learn to ride a bike by reading a book. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. That is very true, because that is literally how it feels like we think sometimes. Amelia says, what if exercise is not your thing? I can't even remember when I worked out last. So Amelia, the question would be, what do you want right now? If I said, hey, Amelia, let's find something that would be really fun for you to do to go work out. And you're like, why would we go that direction? Why would we go that direction? If you were even asking about health, then you're probably not asking about exercise right now. So we would look and see, all right, well, what's calling you right now? And all of health, what is calling you right now? And you might be like, I really want to rest more. I want to sleep more. I want my body to just feel relaxed. I want to get rid of this. And I'd be like, all right. So if that's the case, what's getting in your way? What is your style of rest looking like to you? Well, I want to get to bed early because I want to wake up earlier. Or you might say, I want to not be on my phone. It creates a lot of just mind clutter and I want to get out of that. And it's like, all right, well, you just told me what we're about to do. So we would come up with the game plan on what that looks like to build that new vision into your life. And then we would start letting it take its toll on you. What's so powerful about all of these things, ladies, is that you do it. And then it works for you. It works on you for you. You don't have to do anything else. You just take the action. And as you start to build that action into your world, Amelia might be like, man, I have never felt so clear. I have more energy. And I'm like, no stress is an incredible thing. And as she starts to feel that way, she's going to be like, I have so much energy. I think I want to start working out. I don't know, Sammy, I want to look into something. And I'm like, let's look into something. We find something that feels like the next best step for her. It might be walking. She might say she wants to do CrossFit. What does the vision look like? We opt her into that next vision. She starts increasing and she's like, I love working out, but I feel like I'm not fueled enough. My rest is better. I'm exercising, but I don't have enough fuel. And I look at her and I'm like, have you considered the foods that you're eating? Because what you eat fuels your action. It's like, oh, Let's look at that. What can we clean up? She might say, oh, well, I just feel like I need like vegetables. I don't know. I read that. It sounds right. It feels right to me. I don't know, vegetables. And I'm like, okay, let's see what the vegetables do. Before we know it, Amelia's not just rested. She's not just pumping iron, but now she's fueling her body so that her gut feels good and the energy is just replenishing. How do you think the version of her before she started the rest would look compared to the version of her that slowly found her way to all of these things? Limitless, 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 full of energy, willing to have all the tenacity, knows how to rest, prioritizes rest, loves to feed herself, loves to give her nice things. When we do this, this allows us to step into another version of you. But it's one brick at a time. You don't have to have the answer for the right answer right now. Because if you do it, so let's say for Amelia, if I forced you to work out, you're like, Sammy, beat me into the ground, be military about it now, count it down, 10 push-ups. And I was like, all right, 10 push-ups. If I made you do that and you hated every freaking push-up, what's the likelihood you're going to show up again the next day? Because I beat you into submission. And secondly, what do you think? Gotta remember this. Number 2, it's just, what would you think your view of yourself is going to be? It's got to be hard. I've got to work really hard for it. I've got to push. I'm doing this out of obligation. I'm not learning anything. I'm just here. That's not healthy. Healthy is, it feels so good. Oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow. Woo, that was hard. I can't believe I made it, but I did it. Oh my God. That's healthy. Healthy is alignment to your vision. Healthy is, this is exactly what I wanted. I brought the inside world in me out. And I'm touching it, I'm experiencing it, I'm sweating it. My joint pain is going away, my tension is going away, my headaches are going away, my period is coming back. I'm able to have children. My foot pain is gone. Like my gut, it's improving. I'm digesting well. I'm going to the bathroom well. Everything's improving. The doctors are saying the numbers are showing something else. It's because you're following your joy. And guys, what people don't say is that happiness and joy leads to more incredible action. I used to fight for hard in leadership because that's what's marketed. That's what's glamorized. The person who fought all the hard things. And that's going to be required of you. But we don't want that to be the only way you succeed. Because once you get to the top, if you got to the top in a hard way, it's going to be the only way you know how to stay there. I want you ladies to lose weight. I want you ladies to eat well. I want you to exercise for fun and do that because if you exercise, lost the weight, or ate in a way that beat you into submission, how easy do you think it'll be to hold the result that you got? It's not going to be easy. This is the same for people. This is the same for money. This is the same for relationships. It's the same for the way you take care of your home. We want that you make your life from fun, not to be cheesy, but to make it easy to hold once you grab it. All right? So, other long-winded answer, but ladies, this is so important for me to address because this is the reason why I don't think we stay in honor with our physical commitments. And then we start blaming ourselves, saying, I don't have motivation, I'm not consistent, I can't do it, I don't know, I tried before. It's like, no, you just didn't start from an aligned place. We want to get you really positioned just right, and then pew, pew. You're going to hit the target every time. You're going to hit it every time. I'm not worried about if you're going to make it. It's how you do it that matters. So let's see what else you guys got. Okay, Kim, I love you. I know you're long gone probably by now, but I'm happy you made it. Yolanda's here. Good morning. Kim says, okay, Ada's out too. Love you guys. Kim says, I love to walk because I like to talk with myself. I do 5 to 7 kilometers. Oh my goodness. Today I was dancing as exercise. It's funny. Exactly. So I taught Zumba for about 3 years, I think. Hundreds of people just constantly dancing. Guys, my body was, I had a little waist going on there. I liked it. No, but I learned how to dance through that. I learned how to socialize through that. It's just so much fun. And people got so much freedom just from shaking it out. Like I got women to shimmy really well. And they were laughing. It's probably the first time they had been silly in so long. But the energy of silly, so important. And so Kim, I love that you're playing with all of these things. And what you want to look at, guys, is if you're already committed to something, is that something still fulfilling you? If the answer is yes, live in it. You built it. Live in that part of your world. Love it. Soak it up. Continue to get the silly out. Continue to have the fun. Continue to get the results. There will be a day where you wake up, because we're evolutionary-based creatures. You're going to say, I love this and I want something more. This is when we lean in and we say, well, what do you want? What's next? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want next? When that day comes, don't force it. Don't let Instagram prematurely put you on a trajectory that you weren't ready for. Don't let your friends' results push you faster than where you really feel like you are. What do you want right now? And if you like what you have, keep that. But recognize the results are what they are. They're going to get you the results that you have. But there's always something more. And once you get to the more and you feel the desire for more, that's when you step in. Any other time, it's not going to be fully healthy, and you'll see that result spin out for you. So I want you guys to feel like you're consistently winning, one step at a time. So Kim, keep that up. That is so awesome. Amelia says, I can do dance sessions. Just saying. So here, Amelia, I'm going to walk you through my thought process for you. You could either choose like an aerobic dance, like you might find a jazzercise video. I used to do that with my mom, VHS style. I got all the beats to the oldies. Richard said, oh, you could do that kind of dance video. You can go to a Zumba class. They have videos online. You've got YouTube dance videos. There's one girl that does something called Nasty Girl Fitness, and it is so awesome. She's one of my favorite choreographers, but she gets dirty with her dancing, right? So it depends on your style, but there's so many options out there. Do that for the next 3 months. See what happens. See how you shake out. Because I promise you, imagine you go out, you feel a little flirty in your dances. You go, or maybe you could take like an actual ballet class or a salsa dance class and actually learn a professional skill, right? All of these count in the realm of movement. You're moving your body. You're having a good time. Let's say you did the nasty girl. You were just shaking it out. You're popping your booty just a little bit. And then someone comes up to you or your friend calls you afterwards and you're just like you're talking in the energy of that dance. And they're like, what's gotten into you? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sweating. I'm so proud of myself. And I just learned how to twerk a little bit. And they're like, you're weird. You're crazy, but I'm happy for you. And you're like, thank you. Those interactions permeate past the time that you work out. You do this for 3 months, that sliver of your identity starts to anchor in if that's something that brings you joy. You might notice that in the boardroom, which is the opposite of twerking, but like you might notice in the boardroom, your conferences, your career, your meetings, you're actually speaking with a little bit more sass. You might be vocalizing yourself a little bit more. You might be loosening up some very tight rooms when you walk in. Remember, your aura speaks for you, so you might be a little bit more playful when you see people being so stiff. This is how you become to anchor in your nature. But we want to find the realm of fitness that's going to steward that out of you. And when you find that, you're going to speak like that, you're going to be that, and you become congruent with your presence. When what your presence speaks about you and what you do are congruent, this is where you ladies as leaders are going to start really creating some instantaneous impact. Because what people see about you from far away, they come up close and get to know you, they're like, oh, she's exactly who I thought she was. It's that honor, that familiarity, that truth about you, that's what creates testimony in other people. You end up getting invited into new opportunities, and this is where you start really producing transformation in the world. So we're looking long game here. We're looking at how this ripples out, but I want you guys to see this big picture on how health ties into leadership. You take one step at a time, stay in your joy, and shaking your booty on the dance floor might be the best thing you've ever done for your bank account. Who knows? So, dancing is one of my favorite ways. Okay, so we've got a lot of dancers in the house. We've got a lot of dancers. All right, ladies. So I wanted to sync this conversation up because health is a teacher. Health is a teacher. All aspects of health have something to teach you. Dance classes, depending on the style, might teach you sensuality. Some might teach you precision. Some might teach you how to just let loose and hip hop it out. Some dance classes might teach you how to shimmy and shake and finally be free in front of other people. There's so many different things that you can learn, but you want to go in it from the aspect of what can I learn from this? So what we're going to do next week, which I'm so stoked about, is we're going to be entering into another masterclass. I cannot believe how fast these months are flying by, but every month I'm bringing a masterclass to you guys. And what we're going to be doing here in this masterclass is I'm going to be paralleling your fitness with your character trait. How certain aspects of health, fitness, rest, all of these things partner with the dimensions inside of your character that I know you want to transform. And my hope is that by the end of this masterclass, you're going to take it, you're going to watch it, we're going to walk through a process together, and you're going to be like, I know exactly what I want to do next and why. I want you to think about it as I'm a video game character, and I've got to go defeat the big boss level over there, and I need to develop my skills. I've got to develop my skills. What can I do in my body? What can I do in my fitness that's going to allow me to up-level these skills so that by the time I get to that big bad thing, I realize that I'm the big bad thing, right? This is what we want to do. So, and the masterclass is called the Parallel Showcase. You guys will see me talk about it just a little bit outside of our group. But this masterclass, I'm going to show you all the parallels that I've noticed with my clients, with myself, and then just in the spirit, guys, about what you pursuing this aspect of your health, your nutrition, your rest teaches you so that you can base it off of what do I want to develop in myself? Oh, I'm going to select this one and spend a season with that because that's really calling me right now. My hope is that you guys are seeing what Lindy's seeing, reduction of panic attacks. That's what she experienced, but what she did was she ventured off on her own. She saw what she's capable of. I want you guys to see what you're capable of. I want to see more voices speak out on what you really are thinking and feeling. I want you to feel more comfortable in your clothes, not because you followed the plan, but because you chose to develop yourself and your body weight is falling off. I want you guys to see that when you choose a certain amount of food, money starts following you. Clients start reaching out to you, and it's all because you feel like you're worthy. There's so many aspects. There's so many aspects. And this was one of the most fun downloads that I had where I was like, oh my God, this has worked for everybody that I've seen it work for. So if you want to clue in, come into the Parallel Showcase. We'll talk about it all. And we're going to do it same time next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're doing a little bit earlier today than normal. So we're going to be back at our normal time next week. All right. So ladies, let's rock and roll. Kim is in for the masterclass. Woo woo, ladies. Okay. So think about where you're at with your body, where you're at with your fitness, where you're at with your health in general. I want you to pay attention to your stress response. See how you can feel your connection in your mind down with your connection in your body. Notice the thoughts you think. You might be stressing about a job opportunity. You might be stressing about your bank account. You might be stressing about some things. I understand. And the one thing I want you to do, since we can't talk about how to change all these things right now, the one thing I want you to do is if you notice you're feeling uncomfortable in your body, maybe you're noticing more thirst, maybe you're not going to the bathroom as well, your stomach's upset, you're overeating, all these things that might be happening. Recognize all of those impulses are coming from your body because it's trying to help out. Emotional eating is saying, oh my God, we need food, we need energy to run. Okay? Your body is trying to help you. And now what we're moving into is we're going to guide your action so that you can pivot and swerve and get yourself aligned so that then your body can follow the aligned version of you. All right? So with that being said, ladies, I love you guys so much. As always, I love when you guys stick around the whole time. And my hope is that we really start seeing some physical transformations as a result of internal world transformations. We're going to build this out. And Kim, I'm just now seeing a comment on the computer, on the phone. So thank you. You're so welcome. All right, ladies, recognizing that my body is trying to help me has been huge for me. It's us. Without the negative pressure, it's our work to align ourselves, and we have our world to lean into. We've got so much work to do in this world, ladies. So let's build your world up well so that as you build, you know that you can go tackle whatever is necessary to build out there. All right, ladies, thank you, Yolanda. I'm so grateful. You guys are amazing, and I will see you next Thursday for the masterclass. We'll talk soon. Love you. Bye.